hello. Good after morning and happy Thursday and all of that. That's right. So, I was there doing me usual, right? All professionally and, great attention to detail and... There's someone at me door. Hang on. Ah, me toe! Jesus, me toe. Stupid feckin' thing. I'm at her bashing me toe. There was no... Jesus. I got some Tapo smart plugs. But anyway, me toe. Right. Jesus. It was all grand, I was there doing my stuff as I do. Setting things up for our very, heartwarming, family-friendly, not only brilliant. And then next thing, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a maniac. The thing was huge. It had a frilly shirt and an eyeglass and a top hat. So I did what any who's band does, right? Mr. Town, there's a thing in my room. Right. And her initial response was, what do you want me to do? I'm in work. And then she says, I'm putting that straight to Discord. No, too late. So now you know what goes on, right? I don't like spiders. They're up to something. You can't trust something that lives that close to you without having a conversation. I'm just saying, right? But anyway, hope you're keeping well. He lives in the vacuum now. We need a new vacuum. This one's broken. There's a spider in it. This is what goes on, right? You think you've issues.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Right, you think life is hard and just challenges and whatnot. Look what I have to deal with. Bloody hell. But anyway, hope you're all keeping well. Happy Thursday. We're here and we're going to be flying. Yes, we're going to be flying in the Beech Starship from Black Square. We're here at the pre-release iniBuilds London City Airport. And we're going to ramble over to iniBuilds Liverpool Airport. Ooh, 2 iniBuilds. And that's our little plan for today. We're going to be using OnAir as we check out their new companion app. And we're going to do a freelance flight for this. Then a little bit later on, we're going to preview tonight's VATSIM flight where we fly from Luxembourg into Florence. Ooh. Where I believe there's no my toe is really sore. I believe there's no spiders at all. No, not a single one. Jesus. Why did they... Right, I mean, why couldn't today just be a nice day, a normal day, with no mad divil arachnids trying to, wreck me buzz? Jesus. And I know you're all talking, that's nothing, Murph. Right, we all know there's a fear. We all have the fear of spiders. They're just up to no good. Don't like them. Creepy crawlies, spiders. No thanks, you're all right now. I'm going to carry on and do my own thing. Pretty much anything else is grand. Anything else is grand. People have phobias and weirdness. I know a fella who didn't like cats. Cats? He had a phobia of cats. What? But it's a cat. It's lovely and cuddly. And spiders, on the other hand, though... And I see everyone on Discord having the crack with this. Muse fan. Muse, you can shag all the way off. Yeah, they have a great honing instinct. It's already making its way back into the cave. Probably there already. Shag off, Muse fan. Right, it isn't nice. They're up to no good, are the spiders. This is what goes on, lads. Right? You get up in the morning, you have your shower, devolutions, right? Brush your hair and comb your teeth, come down... I have my vitamin D and omega something, right? And then I check the mail, and then I come into my office. I turn on all the stuff. I go through all my emails. I catch up on Discord, and then I say, right, it's time to do some stuff. I do all my updates, load in the sim, take a picture, figure out what we're doing, have a look at a flight plan, make a thumbnail, do all of these things, usually uninterrupted, except for today, when the world's biggest spider. This fella was massive, right? Massive. So he was. The average human swallows up to 8 spiders in their lifetime while sleeping. Jesus. I'm feeling a little bit ill. I might need to go and lie down or something. You know. But anyway, enough of that talk of them feckin' things. We're here with the Starship on the ground outside of the NetJet area in the upcoming iniBuilds London City. We checked this one out last night on the news as we're chatting to Vasco, and it's a beautiful, beautiful airport. And London, I haven't been in London since last year. You'd have missed the place. London is actually a great city. And I never used to think that. I've been to London many times. I was like, no, it's too busy. There's too much going on. But the last time we were there, really, really enjoyed it. Just getting around and some of the places we went to. We went out to the HMS Belfast. We had pints and lovely food and walked parks. And geez, it was lovely. So, yeah, looking forward to getting back there. But anyway, let's see what today brings us, shall we? You know, it's all grand, you know, until if the spider arrives. Oh, Jesus. I don't like them. But anyway, who's here, look? Brilliant. Spitfire, RAF 100. A very good morning to you. Hope you're well. DK Funfly, welcome in. Gar Gaming, welcome aboard. Hello to all in County Galway. Don't forget to use the old check-in gadget, lads. Exclamation point, check in, and then, you know, space, and where you're checking in from. The Boise, hope you're well. He is wandering around Edinburgh's botanical gardens this morning. Ooh. Jeez, that's very nice. Avra Vulcan, good morning. Sun Jammer is here. Mutley, welcome aboard. Malky Mac is in the house. Andy11, good to see you, bud. Rob Dag is here. Norse Viking, good morning. Stu Snape, how are you, Murph? You big wimp. Stu, no, not a wimp. These things are tactically and strategically mad. Yeah, right. There's more things happening. No. Spiders are dangerous shagging things, you know. How can you trust them? They live so close to you. They're up to something, and they never once engage to say hello. No, you're all right, thanks. Tarnish Mossman, good morning. Commander Balosh, welcome aboard. Idle Cutoff is here. Cambridge calling. Hello from Tipperary. It's currently 14 degrees. Right. 14 degrees for the foreseeable. Jesus. But I hope you're well, buddy. 98 Vulcan, thank you for 50 in a row. It's Thursday evening here, 8 p.m. and 14 degrees. Snap. Jesus. The Boise, thank you for 60 in a row. Crafty Tigers are very welcome in. Sunjammer says, Murph, you call that a spider? This is a spider. A bird-eating spider. No, that's not a spider. That's a maniac. It's a maniac. You mad? Jesus. Anyway, 777 is in the house. Sunset in the north as I depart Barrow in daylight. Now, nighttime at flight level 370. 777, what would you do if you found a spider in the flight deck? I mean, I'd be gone. Parachute and everything. Oxygen, just hold your breath. Yeah, right. Oh. Now, Sir Campsalot, good morning. My dude, hope all is well. Home Wrecker is here. Hello to all in County Cork. Happy Spider Day. Shag off. No, there's no such thing as a happy spider. One Foxy Bingo Gav is here. Willow How Much says, never go to Australia, Murph. They've huge spiders. That's why I haven't gone. Australia or South America, the two of them, I'm sure they're lovely, their people are lovely, but as for the spiders, well, you can shag off. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Crafty Tigers, thanks for 140 streams in a row. It's behind you. We're just not going there. It's going well today, isn't it, lads? Malky, we're flying it. Home Wrecker says, Murph, the average human... No, we're not. No. Just no. We don't need to know these things, right? Memphiston is here. Good morning. Just Roy, welcome in. Vasco from msfsaddons.com. Good to see you, buddy. And you're very welcome in. Mac Vision is here. Where is this now? I was on the back veranda last night on my laptop and a very large huntsman spider walked over my hand, which was on the mouse. Did you know huntsmans can fly? Flying spiders? Why would you share such an atrocity? Jesus. We're just happy you survived the close encounter. Thank you, Crafty. I was lucky to get away with my life, I'd say. You know, Patrick Doyle, good to see you. How do you spot a modern spider? He has his own web site. Even jokes about spider. No, they're not welcome. Comb, which hair on the head then? Wait, what? Tarna says, I like spider, I'm a leg myself. Wait, I like spider, I'm a leg man myself. No. How many eyes do they have? They've 8 legs. No. You probably wouldn't like reading the following either. In Ireland and the rest of the world, biologists have discovered 1,300 new species, including 394 rare spiders. Are you trying to tell me Ireland is no longer safe? I can't be dealing with this. I'm going to live... Where can I go? Where is there no spiders? Yeah, right. Then again, you kind of need the devils because they catch other annoying little things, but like, no. Can't be dealing with that. Charlie, good morning. Iceman is in the house. What do you call a spider with 20 eyes? A spider. That's actually good. Very good, Patrick. There's an estimated 1,000 there's an estimated thousands of undiscovered arachnid species in the Amazon alone. Yeah, I'm never going to the Amazon website. Yeah, no problem at all. The Amazon rainforest, however, no, it's quite okay. Spiders are not that bad. Charlie, listen, no. A. Crotty is here, good morning. DK Funfly is checking in. Welcome in, buddy. Jefferson 2001. The man, myth, and legend. He does lots of lifting. He says, top of the morning to you, Murph and chat. Have you started to pack for Expo? I haven't, no. What day is today? Thursday. So we're flying out next Wednesday. Next Wednesday we depart. And we're on like a 2 o'clock flight in the afternoon. Not looking forward to the flight. It's in an A321 Neo. They're not the most comfortable of machines, right? But that's what we're doing next week. So it's all going kind of right. They have enough eyes to see you, Murph. No, the moon. Yeah, the Arctic. Yeah. Try living in Australia. No, it just wouldn't happen. North Pole doesn't have any spiders, but it's a tad cold. Listen, I'd be okay with that. Don't want to be dealing with them. A place called St. Paul, Minneapolis is also known for spider infestations during June and July. People with arachnophobia are advised to never sleep during that season. Thanks, Roy. Yeah, brilliant. Mrs. Two-Tone's going to be flat out. Good morning from a sunny Devon, says Angry Bee. Good morning from an overcast, spider-infested Tipperary. You're very welcome in. And yeah, Jesus, lads, what a way to go. Yeah, right. Terrible way to go. Spiders and all the jazz. Can't be dealing with it. No, you're all right, thanks. Kubi Montana, good morning. Dave Cleary, legend Dave. Welcome in, Dave. Catch a B, good to see you. Hope all is well. Right, so we're going to get ourselves up and running here. As I said, we're on the ground at the pre-release iniBuilds London City, which is gorgeous, and we're going to ramble over to Liverpool. We're in the Beech Starship, a wonderful aircraft from Black Square, and I've kept the same aircraft. I've kept this now for quite some time because there's engine damage. Now, when I say engine damage, there's good old wear and tear. So I like finding the aircraft. It feels more realistic. Do you know what I mean? So we'll eventually get the percentages down low enough, and then we'll send it in for maintenance. You know what I mean? I can't. Nace is there on Discord. I can't sleep in the shed. There's bigger spiders in the shed. Seamus lives out there. He's a ginormous spider. I mean, that fella has a 3-piece suit and a car. He lives in the shed. It's his shed. I just visit sometimes. Do you know what I mean? Is the route correct? I believe so, yes. Echo Golf Lima Charlie on the, what's it called? The BPK-1 Alpha departure. Yeah, looks right. So if the superstition is true that when you kill a spider, it rains, does that explain the wet weather in Ireland? How do we sign up for the Murphy Spider removal services? Well, I'm not into killing spiders. Do you know, I don't like killing things. There's no need to kill them, but just send them very far away. Slingshot. Or live in a vacuum. One or the other. But yeah, I'm not into if there was something there and you had to deal with it, grand, you'll deal with it. I mean, I once killed a spider with a full-sized, giant sword and a can of links with a lighter, but that's a different story. That was medieval. I went medieval on his legs, but that was years ago. A little bit of info regarding the Glasso tool. The iOS EFB loaded in the iPad and it works really good. Ooh, nice. Care85 is here. Good to see you. You know how much those PT6 cost to repair? They ain't cheap. Oh, yes. Jumping spiders are so small, yet so cute. Avro Vulcan, I suggest you go lie down and put a cold cloth over your head, because you're gone friggin' nuts. There's nothing cute about a spider. Are you mad? No, and no. Who here likes spiders? Press 1. Who here absolutely can't stand them and runs away? Press 2. I'll start now, right? I'm going to ban everyone who types in 1. Hang on, where's the ban hammer? A 1.5 care? Really? A 1.5? I don't know. Wait now, home wrecker. And you're giving me grief. 3, I don't mind them. No, it's either you like them or you can't stand them. There's one or the other. I agree, jumping spiders are really cute. How would you... Listen, hello? Right? That's not... You need to look up the dictionary to see what cute is, because it's not jumping friggin' spiders, I tell you, right? The spiders are keeping the mosquitoes away. We don't have mosquitoes. Small ones are okay. Big ones are a run. Yeah, I don't mind the teeny tiny ones. Teeny tiny I don't mind them. And I don't actually mind the giant ones. I had a tarantula walk on my arm. I don't mind the giant ones. They're the big cool looking thing, you know. It's the lads in the middle. They're not massive, they're not tiny, they're right in the middle. Them lads have an agenda. They're the ones, lads. We need to be careful of those. They're going to take over. I'm just saying, you know. I'm only afraid of the female ones, says Bizno. How can you tell? I don't want to sound stupid, but like, how can you tell? You know, exactly, the spiders are keeping them away. Wait, what? We don't have mosquitoes because of the spiders. That's like saying we don't have snakes because of St. Patrick. Listen, mosquitoes just wouldn't last 10 minutes here. It's too shocking cold for them. Do you know? Some of the ads are absurd, T-Sac. What ads are you getting? What sort of an ad? Because the ads are actually tailored to what you watch. The more colour the spiders have, the cuter they are. The only drawback is you probably can't tell anymore. No. Spider-Man. Right. No, we don't like spiders. No, they can all shag off. It's just, no. Not dealing with it. Usually it's Mr. Two-Tone who does the thing, you know. Where is this now? Don't be body shaming spiders now. I'm not body shaming. I'm just saying... Listen, we're moving on with the conversation. I can't be dealing with this. There's more pictures going up my Discord of spiders. It's just, no, I can't be dealing with it, you know. Right. Let's go over here, shall we? Right. Irrational fear. No, it's not. It's a real fear. It's very real. It's super real. Can we see a demo of your reaction when finding the spider? I'm after messing me, Matt. Hang on. Jesus. I'm after unmessing me, Matt. Right. Get me chair all, you know, into chair mode. Oh. Right, where are we at now? We're over here. Are we talking about spiders because of the big one in the Murph shop? No, whisht. Stop now. Do we need to cover our ears? No, all is well. All is safe. Don't be worrying. We have some tunage.
Hello there.
We have some sounds. Nuclear war is to be feared, not spiders. No, nuclear spiders is to be feared. Naughty Gnome, good morning. Hope you're well. Right, how's our check-in situation looking this morning? So here's our check-in map. And here's our route. Look, London City up to Liverpool. Isn't this deadly, look? Isn't this the cat's pajamas? So we have our route. And we have, so far, 11 pilots have checked in across 7 countries. ! Check in, space, your location. And that'll populate the map and show us where all our wonderful viewers are tuning in to the live stream this morning. Are you all right now, Petal? Yes, Mr. Two-Tone, thanks very much. I'm buying a new vacuum. Yeah, right. That one's broken. No. Stop with putting pictures of spiders on my Discord. I'll run away. Oh, Jesus. But anyway, so yeah, so it's ! Check in, and that'll do the job, right? So, look, there it is there. You're blasting it in. So we have a couple of viewers in Ireland, the UK, or in Europe here as well. Canada, and I think Australia. Did I see someone in Australia? We have someone in Australia, right? And it's pretty cool, isn't it? I do like this now. So, Pieman Jim is in Newcastle upon Town. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I need to fix that map. Donegal, look. Care 85, man yourself. Isn't it deadly owned, isn't it? Oh, Jesus, there's lots happening now, look. These are all pressing buttons. Ooh. There's Vasco in Portugal. This is brilliant, isn't it? Waterlooville and the 11. Interesting. Reykjavik. Come on, Matthew. Do the check-in commands work on YouTube? Yes, they do. They absolutely do, catch a bee. ! Check in, space, your location. Look at it, they're all gone mad with it now. Brilliant. Gory. Rob Dad, Gory is coming up as Gory, Jersey. Are you in Gory, Jersey or Gory in Wexford? Right. County Mayo's in. Brilliant. Melbourne is in. Nova Scotia. What? Look at that. That's awesome. Canada, Australia, Wexford. Right, just try it again, Rob Dag. Just put in ! Check in, space, Gory, Wexford. Because I thought Gory was in the other place, you know? Jesus, lads, we have a good few people over the Australian neck of the woods. Look, that's awesome. Does the check-in work with Irish names? It should do. I hope it does. Try it and see. 10 countries, look, isn't that brilliant? Great bunch of lads. Check in, Spider. Homewrecker has checked in from San Miguel in Peru. The place thinks it's called Spider. No, not going to happen. Does the second check-in remove the previous one? Yes, yes. At least I think it does. You know, try it next time. Yeah. Have fun with that though, isn't it cool? And you guys can look at this map as well. You can ramble over to our website and then you can go exploring. I don't know why the map is doing a thing. When you click on someone, it disappears the map. I need to figure out why that is. Right? But I'll figure it out. And then it shows our route. I just need a way then to be able, for you lot to be able to click on that, download, and then we have our route. That's my next bit of head scratching that I need to do. You see? But that's the story there. Right, so here we are with the Beech Starship, and yes, we are at the incredible London City. This is a preview of iniBuilds' upcoming scenery. We checked it out yesterday on the stream, so we shall see how this one goes. We're on live time and live weather, and we're planning to depart off runway 27, meaning we're going to depart heading in towards the city. Then I think it's going to be a sharp right-hand turn and a bit of a steep climb as well. So let's see how the L Starship behaves with that. We're down at the FBO. We're here with NetJets, and this is where they're situated. So we're in a Beech Starship, which ordinarily you wouldn't see many of these in London City. They tend to be more on the general aviation side, but for this one, we're using it as a charter flight, right? So we're going to open up the OnAir Companion. Let's retry that. There we go. And what we have here, it's going to be a freelance flight. So it knows we're in the Starship, it knows we're in London City, and we're going to head up the road to Liverpool. So that's what it's going to give us. It's going to give us 2,300 credits. It's a free manifest, or a clear manifest, right? Now, some of the changes OnAir have been doing, they've been flat out. If you go into anywhere where it shows you the change log, there's multiple updates daily, right? So we can have a look at our crash logistics. This is kind of single player mode, and I know that Malky has been doing sincere savagery when it comes to our virtual airline Firefly Air VA, and that's over on the old app. He's generating tons of money and there's loads of flights to happen. So if you're interested in joining us with OnAir, do be sure to apply to the Firefly Air virtual airline. So our current reputation here, 77.3. Employees 2, we've 1 FBO, we've 6 skills, and we can get a full rundown if there's any inspection alerts on our aircraft that we need to get fixed. Nothing alerting us so far. Our financial overview, right? We've lots of dosh, and all our recent notifications. So we can see that there was jobs done here. Virtual airline aircraft authorizations has been changed. Hermit has proposed an application to our virtual airline. So there's plenty of stuff going on, right? We can only have 10 pilots in Cumulus. That's okay, Malky. What are we up to now? 5, is it? So our dashboard is looking quite good and healthy. We've 7. Oh, Jesus. Brilliant. So what we have here, this is where we go flying, finding freelance flights. Now, a freelance is, well, it's freelance, right? They're not necessarily company routes. They're not dedicated work orders. These are just freelance operations. So only one charter at a time, but the charter can have multiple legs. So if we go in and browse the job market, we can actually find jobs directly out of Liverpool. If we don't want to say pick a destination and say, look, just show me the cargo and passenger jobs available, and you can see then it lights up everywhere on the map here. These are all the available flights, all right? Or if you want to say, well, look, show me some rescue missions, it's going to show us some rescue missions that are available. There's off-road rescue, road rescue, water rescue, and we can do that in heli or fixed wing. We can also go in then to see, look, these are sightseeing tours. One out at the park, there's another one out to well, you can see these are all sightseeing tours. There's loads of them. Kerbelet, I'm on the Cumulus right now. Now we have some Medivac flights as well, and we can now start seeing some VATSIM flights, which is new. And we can see where there's VATSIM, whatchamacallit, VATSIM radar stuff, or we pick our destination. So we're going to go with this one, which is to Liverpool. And if we were to go down here and click on Liverpool, Echo Golf Golf Papa, we're going to click on Liverpool and we're going to see a freelance job, right? Freelance job. So that is the job. We can have a look at the manifest. Press the wrong button. Show on map or show the legs or abandon. So it's a multi-engine flight. the credits, the cargo, the distance, the heading, all the jazz. We're going to click on fly now. And the information that we have here, that's our Starship. Freelance contract, yeah, we just fly as a temporary pilot. Departure, destination, our alternate is in there. Now, I do have a sim brief plan, so we'll use the sim brief for this, right? So let me see. No route imported yet. Flight plan. Generate a flight plan for Microsoft Flight Sim or X-Plane. So we can use a .pln and we can inject it, right? Or we can use an X-Plane flight plan. So if we go format, route editable, SimKing, flight plan load is documented as no error, no response. Currently broken on a Sobo side. Save as, and then in the sim, open EFB. Ah, okay. Right, so we'll import can I import this? Let us have a look. Fuel. Change the FBO. So we want to top up with 80% fuel, right? And SimBrief ICAO type. So SimBrief. Let's see. Lulu is here. Merv, how are you? I am on a long bus trip next month from Dublin to London. Nice, you're going to London. Sweet. That's awesome. The company caravan has migrated to Philly with a job towards Manchester, New Hampshire pending. Oh, nice one. Hey, the Limbix is here. Good to see you, buddy. The Limbix, did you see my new gadget? Type in exclamation point check in. And you'll be able to check in. Look. 26 pilots across 11 countries have checked in so far, look. Not deadly, isn't it? Ew. Very, very fancying. Johnny Mon, good to see you, buddy. 1 week, man. 1 week. And then the crack will start. Right, it's loading up here. I already have a SimBrief flight plan, so I'm trying to adjust fuel, dispatch, SimBrief type. No route imported yet. Okay, well, sure, look, I'll do this directly from the route page. Will this work? So if I do this, if I do this, no, we want to copy this and paste. 10 unknown identifiers. Interesting. That's interesting. Right, we'll skip that. Weight and balance grand. Order fuel. Loading agents. Brilliant. And we can now fly this directly in the simulator. So we're going to do that. I already have a flight plan here, so we'll follow that now in a second. So we're going to fly this in the sim. So let me see. Date, fuel, payload, model, yes. Sim settings, location.
Manifest secured. 1 items loaded for Liverpool, totaling 5 pounds.
Excellent. We're going to start tracking. Loading our cargo, right? And let's see. Put star in the type box. Ah, okay. No, I think we're good. I think we're good.
Your flight will be monitored until you shut down your engine.
Okay, we're looking good here. So it's going to be departing London City, and then it's over to Liverpool. We can see our METAR for both. We can see runway information and all the jazz. So the map is going to show us the map of where we're heading. See, it is picking up the route, so I don't know where I got that from. That is my route. That's interesting. So I need to figure out how that worked. Cargo, passengers, and then our score. So let me see. SimBrief. Maybe it just generated a direct one. I don't know. Aircraft type. So we're going to type in star. And then it goes into SimBrief. Ah, got it now. Okay. You're flying a bag of sugar to Liverpool. Something like that. Cargo is a mahusive box of medium-sized spiders. No, it's not. Shag off. Frankie Sat, good to see you. Oh. Right, anyway, we're looking good here. So mapping events, SimBrief. So we've started tracking. That's what we want. So we're live now with OnAir. We can drop him over there. They've also added in a brand new map. Ooh! The companion map has been updated inside the simulator itself. So we have all these kind of stuff to look at. And we can have a look at the weather briefing. We should get that on audio, I think.
Field conditions at Liverpool. Visual flight rules, wind west at 20 knots, broken clouds at 4,200, 14 degrees.
Nice. This is pretty cool, isn't it? And we can show how much information we want to see on the screen. So this is all new. This is deadly, isn't it? This is absolutely deadly. Stu Snape with a gifted sub to 777. Did I miss that, or was that from the other day? Stu, thank you very much. Right, so that's an option for us now. We're going to get the aircraft configured as we plan to depart out of here. Kind of murky weather, right? We're expecting a bit of rainage, so we'll see what happens. So, welcome to the cockpit of... It was 2 days ago. Aha. Welcome to the cockpit of Starship. And a couple of things. We're going to remove the control lock. We do have external power. We're going to remove the pitot covers, the engine covers, and the gear pins. Leave the chocks in play at the moment. And our main cabin door is open. So what I want to do here is just get the aircraft configured. So we'll sit and idle. Prop lever up to full. Parking brake is already set. So we'll come on over here. We'll actually bring this guy down out of my way. We'll come over here and start putting some power into this machine, shall we? Right? So we do have our ground power. We're going to open up our main battery. And we do have ground power available. We're going to check the external power to make sure that the volts are sitting and they're not spiking. So we're going to go ahead and go external power on, right? We'll go ahead and get our avionics blower. And we have ECAS pilot and co-pilot. We're going to turn these guys on. You can hear that GPU now increasing its RPM because the load is a lot more on it. Aft fuel quantities are okay, and then we'll go into our main side. So what else? Generators can stay off for the moment, and we'll get our cockpit fans turned on. That's just to keep our temperatures as low as possible, you know. Ground command can go off since you have external power. No need to connect the radios to the battery. Aha. Okay. Battery power is on standby. That's all fine. Black Square International. Here's our aircraft warming up. We want to grab our little 3.5-inch floppy disk. Pop you in there. And we're going to be updating our position. So initialize the system. We're going to update. And you can hear the disk being read. Hazza is here. Good to see you, Hazza. Welcome in, bud. So flight data... I don't understand NA or NAN. Couldn't tell you. But it looks terribly interesting. We're going to do the same with this guy. We'll do one of each. NAN is world. Oh, NAN is world. Okay. Okay, so that's loading in there on either side. That's interesting. NA is North America. Okay. Okay, so 85 waypoints modified. So let's see. Accept current position. Let's see, can we do that again though? Initialize system. All data okay, or update position. Read file from disk. Import EFB flight plan. Update the database. And we'll go NAN. And now I need to do this guy. Wonder if the kids flying this wonder why they're putting a 3D printed save icon into a box, right? Brilliant. When you get a chance, have a look on Discord. What are you showing me, Arvo? Okay, let's have a look here. Right, so that's good. That's good. We'll do this one. Okay, so route from the EFB it's looking for. This will be interesting. Read file from disk. Will this update database, checklists, or route, or import EFP flight plan? Alright, so let's have a look at our flight plan. Flight planner. And we can upload here. So, route. We want to import. Load a flight plan file. We're going to load it from the PC. It's going to be this one. Excellent. There's a full flight plan gone in. That looks good to me. We're going to send it to the avionics. Importing flight plan. It's the name of a real town in Canada. Swastika. That's mad. Okay, flight plan is in. Looking good. Check for a message here as well. Flight plan import is... That's okay. Well, we'll see if this works, will we? Let's have a look in the map. I mean, it looks good. Doesn't it? Yeah, this looks fine. It's loaded everything in. That's brilliant. Okay, excellent news. Excellent news. Right, select course. Couldn't tell you. Advanced waypoint. Right now, advanced waypoint. Leave that alone. Okay, so approach, delete approach, vectors for the ILS. Right, grand. Flight plan, origin, destination. Return to flight plan, previous waypoint. No, that's all grand, right? That's our flight plan. So let's go in here to index, route library, initializer system, fuel management. Fuel used, fuel remaining. So fuel on board. Fuel on board. Where will I see that ticket? Have we a little gadget over here for the fuel? Fuel on board. Avionics are okay. Crew notes, avionic crew notes, airport elevation. Right, that's all done. Let's see now. It's in front of the throttles. Oh, sorry, so it is. So we have 3028. Is that right? 3028. 3028 plus reserves. 472 and 472. So we have 472 plus 472 plus 1514 plus 1514. 3972. 3972. We'll go with that. Fuel remaining pounds. Entry too short. So 3972. 3972. 328 including reserves. Man Malky. Are you sure? Ah, right. So the 1514 is total. Okay, good catch, lads. 3028. Thank you, 777 and Malky. So fuel remaining, yes. Passenger weight. It should be from sim brief, so that's fine. Messages. Update VLF. Auto leg we want to be set. Come back in here to index. Fuel management, we're happy with that, right? Index FMSF. No, leave that alone. Inspect waypoints. Trip planning. Use present position, yes. Don't need to worry about anything there. FMS data. Grand. System control, we're going to keep that on auto leg. We're going to be going from the FMS. Check sensors, signal status. So GNS, yes. VLF, yes. VOR, yes. Grand. Signal status. It's picking up a bit. That's awesome. The depth of this thing, lads. Index, I'm happy with. ATC, ADF, nav. Nav 1, nav 2. Com radio, so that's all fine. So let me see what we have here in terms of our mappage. So we can go HSI, nav source is going to be now on the FMS, right? Recall, don't need to recall. Radar if we want, or an ARC map. I'm going to keep it on the ARC with radar, right? So we can see our flight plan. So I'm happy enough with this screen here. Now, looking at our flight plan, back over to SimBrief. It's going to give us 18,000 feet as our cruise level. However, if we look at the star, we need to get ourselves up to 3,000 feet. So we're going to go ahead and reset our barrow, and we're going to set 3,000 feet. That's our first altitude. Right? And for the climb, we'll give ourselves a climb gradient of about 1.5. This is all grand. Our squawk machine, we'll put in something. 6461 standby. And ATC ID, ATC standby is now live. This guy here, I think, is fine. We'll keep this guy in our fuel. Current fuel 13173. Is that right? Oh no, that's like world. Okay, never mind. Screens over here are all fine. They're all fine. Air, bleeds, they're all fine. Anti-skid is going to be turned on. We'll want that. Quick look down here. Surface or anti-ice don't need. We do, however, want to open up our inertial separators. Oxygen, 18,000 feet, we'll want to turn on. All our engine warning switches, fire. Shouldn't we be getting a test on this? Okay. So extinguisher lights work. Detection. They're working. Left and right. Go ahead and cancel. Flap forward wing monitor. You can see that coming up on our ECAS as well. Auxiliary battery monitor. Pressure. Okay, fuel low. We're seeing it all here in our CAS system, so that's grand. Stall warning. Landing gear. VMO. That's awesome, isn't it? So it'll simulate the thing trying to correct itself. I love that. Landing gear, see the lights on, yes. Annunciator lights, all lights are lighting up. We're looking good. Bleed air system. Again, it's on our CAS. Surface de-ice, so vacuum warning, standby warning, and main. Okay, we're looking good there. So we go ahead and clear these. On up top now, we're going to get some lights on. Master lights have been turned on. Bar lights. Seat belts, we're going to go for nav and wing lights. Get some internal lights turned on here now as well. All right. So door unlocked. We're going to close the cabin door. All right. And let's just double check now. Engines, inertial separation is open. Cabin temperature hot as balls. We better get this machine started up. Our left engine condition is 62%. Right engine is 72%. Right? Is it just me or is the sim resolution low? I have you on 2K, but the EFIS display is blocky. I'm not sure. 777, so I'm 4K on my side. So I don't know, man. I think it's the way, it's whatever way my OBS is getting the signal. Data-wise, I'm pushing enough, but it could be. I don't know how to make it sharper. You know what I mean? I think I'm at the limit of my hardware on my streaming PC. There's a 3080 Ti in it, but like I'm pushing a 4K to the tube, 2K to Twitch, and I've two vertical streams going out as well. Do you know? It's sharp on my end. Good man, Cyrus. But how's the view? Haha, brilliant. Hope you're well, buddy. Sumner, hope you're well. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. And Kestall is here. Welcome in, man. That's so great to see so many people here today. Welcome aboard. Right, so where was I? I was grand. I was over here, look. Stall warning. We'll put that on, but we don't need it just yet. And it's going to be the same then when it comes to our flight directors and whatnot. So the main thing here is going to be an engine startup, right? So what do we have here? Left, fuel pressure low and oil pressure low, but that's okay because the engines haven't started, we hope. So we're going to start up these machines here now. So we're going to make sure prop fully forward. We're in idle, and now it's going to be a startup on the engine. Starter is currently in the off position. Engine auto ignition, we can leave it off. Auto feather, we'll arm that after engine start. So we're going to go for ignition start on the right hand side. And all we have left outside are the chocks. We'll remove those. Do I need ignition on for this? I can't remember. We shall see. Okay, we're looking for N1 to get up to round 18. I've been flying this in Southeast Asia and heat management has been a challenge. Ooh. Alright, we're up on around 18. Fuel coming in. We're going to watch for ITT for a hot start. We peaked at about 771. NG continues to rise. Once we're up over 50%, we're good. There's 50%. Generator. Ignition off. And we can see a load at 83%. Right gen is giving us 28.6. We're looking good. Now at this stage, I'm going to... I can disconnect that GPU and start her up now. I think. So let's turn off the external power. Disconnect the GPU. And then we're going to give us... We're going to increase our RPM here. Because we're going to start up the left side. Alright, let's see if this works. We'll turn off the co-pilot side. You're right, we'll probably blow the thing, yeah. 17.8 will do. Fuel coming in. What's your IGT? 811 degrees. N1 over 50%. Fuel up. Start her off. Gen 2. Avionics back on for the co-pilot. Life is coming in. I'm not seeing any name tags, says Homewrecker. Interesting. Auto feather goes to arm. Gens are now on. External power is turned off. Our gen ties are okay. Everything else here is looking good to me. Let's sync our power into idle. And let's have a look here. So cockpit blower is on full pelt, low temperature. Bleed air valve set to both. Temperature mode can go auto. Pressurization. Cabin altitude. Manual increase. Now, as far as I know, this should be automatic, shouldn't it? I think it is. Pitot and static can be turned on. Engine actuators are all okay. Cable, that's all fine. That's all fine. That's all fine. Okay, I think... It's going to be speed. That's okay. Right, quick check here. Left engine, good. Right engine, good. Have we an issue with a generator? Why have we no green light or orange light? Would that be temperature, I wonder? You only want the pitos on just before takeoff. They overheat quickly. Yeah, good call. To be honest, it's not really cold enough for those yet anyway. Electrical system's going grand. Cabin, we're not too bad in the cabin. AC unit is running, so we'll once we start moving, we should be fine, right? Right, everything's disconnected below. Squawk is squawking. On up here, we're going to get some taxi lights on. Anti-strobe can go to low. And we have some power back in there for our passengers, right? Now, forward boot fail. Boot fail. Why is my anti-ice after failing? Hey, Linny, good to see you. Sim, good to see you. Yeah, this is a good one now, look. So our anti-ice for the wing, the boots have failed. Or have they? You just received a boot leak today after start. No way! Okay, so we do have an icing warning. Off the tablet, check failures? Maybe. Check, do you know we could check? Unlikely, but it could be just a circuit breaker. That's a good one. You seem to have the same failure. Predict boot intake failure. Why is that now? That's really strange. Then it's you. You have no failures. That's really interesting. I wonder, did they come up because I turned off the avionics? You know what I mean? I wonder. I've no warnings. The man with the exceptional voice. Hey, Quirksy, good to see you. Also parked into the wind for better air intake, house to heat management. Ox, yes. Yes, this machine does that. That's simulated. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this. Surface pressure pneumatic. Why are the boots failing? I turn off the avionics at every start. Maybe you test it without having 23 psi. Maybe you can test the surface de-ice again. Cycle the air pumps below the yoke. Mrs. GPHI has rambled in for 15 months ups and down. Thank you very much indeed, Mrs. Right. Carbolet has lovely 4K. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so the left side is going grand. There we go. Right, so I just wanted a cycle of it. Okay, we're looking good, so that fixed it. Off the brakes. Easy now, test the brakes. Brakes are working. So we're going to taxi. Easy now, plane. The initial test failed, yeah. No, we got to the end of it. Watch for beta. Oh, we got some planes with us. There's idle cut off. Easy now, Jemima. Alright. This thing likes to move. Ross Code, good to see you, Ross. Hope you're well. What's the beta? Man, this is a machine, isn't it? Just watch our speed here as we're maneuvering around. Isn't Jemima from Play School? Jemima? Good girl, Jemima. Alright, we're going to taxi the whole way down here. Man, what a nice scenery. Looking good. Yeah, the weather is interesting. It's quite kind of gloomy. Magnum, good to see you, bud. Yeah, it's an awesome plane, buddy. Awesome plane. Easy now. So we've set 3,000, and then from here we just monitor the our SID. Tarnish, Shanks, Dilo is there. All right. Lights are good. We'll just jump the boat ahead of the two lads. Don't go off the edge, Murphy. You big idiot. Easy now. All right. Okay, jumping on to 27. Ah, that's a skyline. James is then, haven't they done a great job with this scenery? It's gorgeous. Well done, iniBuilds. Alright, let's just sit tight here for the moment. So, autopilot, we will be talking nav mode, flight director coming on, vertical speed is what we're going to want. We're going to plan this puppy at 1.5, right? So let's see what happens here. Are we ready, sports fans? That's okay. Autopilot is working. Power coming in. Off the brakes. We're rolling. Auto feather. Come down a little bit. There we go.
Airborne takeoff time logged.
Alright. Airspeed is alive. .90 knots. Looking good. Yepsy daisy. Oh, the wind. Back on track here. Right turn after takeoff. Flaps are in. Hi man Jim, good to see you, bud. Is that because I haven't done an age verification thing with Microsoft? I'm not quite sure. The Canary Wharf executive's looking worried. Now, hang on a second there, Jemima. It skipped the initial bit in my flight plan. See that? That is interesting. That's very interesting. All right, watch your altitude. Watch your speed. So many different things happening. So it wants us to go direct LCN 05. Yeah, it's after skipping some of that, look. Why did you do that now? I imagine Murphy's the reason there. Did you hit the buttons on the CDU? Not quite sure. Watch your speed. Yeah, I suspect I did something wrong there, but we're alright. Let's change this now. We want to go direct to... we'll just go straight up to BPK. No change. Direct. Nav mode. Easy now. And that'll take us straight up to where we need to get to. So at 3,000 feet, we still got to stay at 3,000 feet for this, so we're okay height-wise. But instead of following that proper right-hand turn, we turned right very quickly, which, you know, I mean, we could have got vectored, right? But I suspect I didn't follow the correct flight plan, because I'm a muppet. Right, present position. So, BPK, and then it's up to Welland. So it should follow this now. It should, right? We're at 3,000 feet. Just keeping an eye on our speed here. RPM, we can probably drop it back a bit. Right. Keep that guy going. The range. Now radar control is on standby. Let's go weather. Right, and then we'll see where we go automatically from BBK over to Welland. Should be okay. It's not capable of doing procedures and just do point to point. No, I think once you load it in, it'll follow them because the waypoints were imported. At least I think. I reckon what happened was I bypassed some stuff. Nav source is right. Yeah, she's following now. She's going to Welland. Perfect. Inspect waypoints, FMS data. Next, Welland. Yeah, we're grand. Right, she's doing her thing. Okay, so at Welland, we can start climbing out of here now. So we were saying flight level is going to be all the way up to 180. Vertical speed, call it 1500 or IAS mode. Shouldn't we be climbing, no? Well, we are climbing, but like if we want to go IAS mode, I'd say 160. Yeah, that's right, she's going to increase her climb now. Alright. We're dealing with like 30 knots across. So let's bring our thrust up. We'll call this 165 climbing. Engine RPM is fine. So in IAS mode it's actually holding about 1.5 in our climb, so that's fine. Leave that off for the minute. So that's fine. Present position map display. And we'll zoom out a bit. Radar on as well. I wonder, can I declutter that? High-level VORs, intersections, NDBs, and airports. All right. So let's try that. So we're just watching airports now. Okay, that works. Still climbing, 1500. We're coming up on 8,000 feet. This is very nice. She's not super quick then. Oh no, it is. We can push this a little bit more. But we're climbing, like. We're doing savage climbing. So what we at? 87% torque. At this stage, we can close off the inertial separators and just watch the torque increase. We need to watch this, because that'll start increasing itself. Let's hold it there. RPM. Let's get it right on point. And just keep an eye on that torque. We're over 10,000 feet. Okay, I think we're looking good. This is pretty... Man, look at the weather out here, look. What a machine. And we've ice. These are set to auto. Windshield is on standby power. Okay, that should clear those windows, which it has. Right, brilliant! And then our radar is coming in now as well. Alright. So continue our climb, watch our torque, a little bit more room here. We can actually push our torque up a little bit more with our IGT. We're still climbing here at 1.5-ish. So we're doing good. We're going to reset our barrow to standard. Whoa. All right. You're descending into Ketchikan now. Nice. Pilot Daniel, Whack-A-Mole, Mike Arm, Dilo, Gold Martin, Tarnish, Shanks, Mark is there as well, Vulcan and Sunjammer all flying along. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Right, on air, how are you behaving? Right, she's going to level us out at 18. Let's have a look. Just talking to on air with an error here. Once I retry, it fixes. Right. Watch your speed, watch your torque. So, bring this guy up the road. We'll call it 250 indicator. Oh, look at the bump there, look. Jesus. Do you have, or how do I rate the iniBuilds London City? Magnum, I think it's awesome. I think it is awesome. The performance is great. The level of detail is savage. I've been at that airport, so like rambling around, it's all too familiar, right? I think they've done a great job. And it's still pre-release, so like they're gonna have a bit more polish to apply to it. But I'm very impressed by it. iniBuilds just, they don't disappoint when it comes to airports. You know, I think it's a very, very good airport. And it's one of those places that invites you, it forces you to fly other aircraft. You know what I mean? maybe a silly question, but will the C-160 keep up on the D-Day flight? Oh yeah. The C-160, still, yeah, man, that's way faster than a DC-3. Way faster. At least it didn't have a Hawk parked, or yeah, the Hawk parked right beside us. CPU doing lots of CPU things. Why is that now? Do. Every now and again we get that. Jeez, look at this, man. What's our speed? Are we going too fast? No, we're nearly at 250, but you can see the vibration on the front wing. You're at 60 FPS with a wee bit of stutterage? Interesting. We seem to be going okay. Welland is next, so we continue on. Man, the weather up here is beautiful, isn't it? If we had passengers, they'd be happy out. What a gorgeous plane, though. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, I need to double check performance. There's something causing the LCPU to spike. I mean, FPS isn't as high as it usually is. I wonder what the issue is there. I mean, I don't think it's the model matching. How cool is that? What a machine this thing is. Down near the autopilot there's a turbo button for turbulence smoothing. Prop sync we put on. Turbulence smoothing. Well, we've half bank. Pitch trim. Nose trim. Turbulence. That it there. Oh, not yaw dampener wasn't on. That could have been an issue. I forgot my yaw dampener. Naughty, no, I'm good to see you. The flyby camera you have, which option is it on chase plane, especially the one that's on the ground, is to take off? It's altitude based, so when you're low enough, I think if you're around 500-600 feet, it'll automatically be on the ground, Naughty. It's just a standard flyby. Standard flyby. Do you know? Jesus, lads, that's some view out the window, isn't it? That is absolutely gorgeous. Play around later? Yeah. Yeah, no, chase plane is just so good. Jesus, we're fairly moving on this machine. Ground speed is 303 knots. That's really decent. Brilliant, isn't it? Now. Da. 26, how many check-ins? 30 different check-ins. 11 countries so far. Just a refresh. Do, 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 do. Ooh. 11 countries so far today, lads. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Liking that. Which is awesome. 12 countries if you include Cork. Yeah, yeah. That's mad. The west coast of America, sure, they're still in bed, I'd say. Check in, Mannheim, noise. Okay, picking up a little bit of a bump here, even though we're in this turbulence mode. Jays, look at that wing rattle and roll, look. You look lonely in Bristol? There's Naples, Florida. Mannheim. I think a Canard group flight would look good, bud. Yeah, man. I want to do kind of aircraft specific group flights at some stage. Not all the time, but it'd be nice just to say, look, we're doing a Starship fly-in. Boom, bring your Starships. I think that'd be awesome. So far, so good. Aircraft appears to be happy with us. Cabin temperatures, 27 degrees, 25 degrees, 19 degrees. Engine 72, 62. All that is normal. We're using a prop sync as well, even though 87, 86 with prop sync on. That's interesting. Oh. Jamaican runner, good to see you. I'll be honest with you, Murph, I don't like going slow. We're not going slow. We're doing 300 knots over the ground. Do you know? But yeah. Slow mode. Oh, on Twitch, Jamaican. Well, the reason for it is, it just means I can read messages. There's nothing worse than me missing a message. Someone types something in, and if I don't see it, it comes across that I'm being ignorant, and that is the last thing I want to be. Do you know what I mean? Rolling Stone, good to see you. This URL, welcome in, buddy. So that's why I have it now. Slow mode is like 5 seconds or something. But the idea behind it is I don't want to miss comments. You know what I mean? Invicargo just got a check-in, look. On the Olympics. On the Olympics. Has Murph turned into a... I gotta go fast, 100% all of the time, full throttle. Usain Bolt. 60% of the time it works every time. Slow mode is introduced for Muse. That's terrible. Muse isn't even here to, you know, defend himself. Murph, you're Irish. It's in your nature to be ignorant. We're not ignorant. Irish are lovely. That is absolutely class looking. All the locations around the globe that they're tuning in from, look. Deadly. Yesterday you missed some messages. Maybe set slow. See what I mean? So even on slow mode, I'm missing messages. Like I hate missing a message. Like I hate it. It drives me nuts. Jesus, lads, there's a good owl kind of bulk of us now, which is great. Right, at what stage do we start dropping? 10,000 at Nanty. All right. And then vectors for the ILS, that'll do us. What's OnAir doing now? OnAir is just tracking our flight. So if we bring up the map, it's tracking our flight here on our flight plan, right? And the companion app, this is how it looks. So we can see what our score is so far. And we can see the map and the events page. Not class, isn't it? Change the map if you want. There's the weather radar. It's very good, lads, isn't it? This is very good, look. Murph, if you're going to be more popular, this will happen more and more. So in my case, I will take that into account. There's a difference between missing a message and ignoring one. True, very true. Maybe you need another screen. Could you imagine? I'm Pierce is here, good to see you. Does OnAir rely heavily on AI like, say, Intentions does? No. No. Ezox Giant, welcome in. Thank you very much indeed for 4 months. Cheers, buddy. Any YouTubers see you're checking on the map? Yeah, if you're on YouTube, it'll show you as well. No, it doesn't rely heavily on AI. Like, I mean, a lot of this, what it's built, it's just a new interface, which makes things a lot faster. So, wonder how they justify a subscription rather than a one-off purchase if it's not to pay for AI. It's to pay for the servers. So this is all on a persistent world. So it's server-based. Meaning, you don't need to run any of this on your own PC. They're doing all the computing and the watching in the background. So that's what they charge you for that. But if you buy a 2-year subscription, it works out at $3 a month. You know what I mean? What I announced 17 hours ago, Murph, is I uploaded a new version of the app. Aha! Did you see FS Hub has got a good set of updates? It has. It absolutely has. The UI looks much better. Yeah, no, it's way better. Way, way better. Yeah, Roy, I need to play around with that gadget. Actually, I wonder will it work now? Let's have a now look. Add-ons. Roy, probably no harm to post a new link for it. You know what I mean? Where's the link for it? Sean Day or Dolly, good to see you, Sean. Roy, where's the link for the gadget? Interesting. Right, we're going to be setting 10,000. Oh no! Don't do anything. Don't do anything. It has to be in the tools folder. I didn't see it, bud. Hang on, we'll go looking. So, I see a 5.7, a 5.8, and then the control backup, but then you have Airport Manager. But you change the name of it, so you don't need to change it there. Refreshed. Refresh again. Not saying it right. So, the on-air thingy. 1. Can I group flight on jobs assignments with others in my group? Can it be connected to VATSIM? And can we be on Discord during groupies on tasks assigned? Yeah, that's not working right. Maybe have an old GOG. So to answer Homewrecker, can you do group flights with jobs and assignments with others in your groups? If they're on air, yes, technically, you can all be flying together or doing different routes. 2, can it be connected to VATSIM? Well, no, it doesn't directly connect to VATSIM, but you can fly on VATSIM doing an on-air flight. That makes sense? 3, can we be on Discord doing groupies on tasks assigned? You can use Discord, yes. OnAir also has its own built-in chat system, but I'd always say just use Discord. You have this chat area here. But I would just use, you can use Discord. I mean, if you're using it, just use Discord. But think of it as, it's more of a career mode. You know what I mean, Homewrecker? There's a free 7-day trial, man. Give it a blast. Like, it's the whole purpose behind it is give you reason for flying. Gives you purpose to your flying, right? And what makes it interesting, as we need to start planning our descent, we'll V-speed and then we'll IAS mode. Right, nose coming down. Ease back the power. That looks good. It's very much career mode add-on. And with any career mode add-on, you can use it on, say, intentions. You can actually link it with, say, intentions. Or if you're just doing a flight but on air, stick it on VATSIM. Why not? You know? Murph, it's a bugger that you're not able to upload a file bigger than 10 megabytes on Discord. It depends, Roy. If you have Nitro, you can. It's not a restriction on Discord. It's a restriction on the user. So if you have Nitro, you can upload a lot more. You know? How big is the file? Because if you want to DM me the file, I can then throw it up there. You know what I mean? Never used the on-air chat ever. Yeah, I was talking to them about it. They were like, no, people use it. I was like, are you sure? Like, yeah. All right. That's interesting. What does Nitro gives you? Is it 100 megabytes? Discord upload limit. Nitro gives you 50, and then Nitro Premium gives you 500. So if you have Nitro, you shouldn't have an issue at all, you know? All right, descending here nicely. Lights are already on. Beautiful views, man. Sean, we took off from London City, which is on the way from iniBuilds, and we're going to land at a currently released iniBuilds Liverpool. The Sovereign, yeah, it's freaking nuts. You'll DM me it? Yeah, if it's only 11 megabytes. Kick it onto us there, we'll throw it in. Ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Right, we wait and see. Right, current status, lower the speed. Don't drop this into friggin' reverse. Right, there's a speed coming down. You did a resync again? Roger. That worked. Microsoft Flight Sim Rescue Tool. Let's have a look. Okay. Configure. Ooh, this is all very fancy now, look.
2024 found auto detect, community auto detect. I can't seem to resize the screen though, Roy. Right, start scan. Okay. So that's all good. No conflicts. We'll go home. Duplicate airports. Scenery index. We'll go home. So the sound AI locale. This is interesting. So sound AI can take time. The checker walks through the detected community folders to find sound AI.xml, legacy sound, and sound AI folders. Sound AI. Open module. I shouldn't have any because I already have them lifted. That's pretty cool. Duplicate airports, export results, sound AI, scenery index, WASM crash. Locate hidden WASM cache folders and clear selected cache contents and troubleshooting. Ooh. And then James is right, you have a lot of cool stuff going on with this. This is a free tool, lads, by the way. If you're having any issues with your sim, be it airport conflicts, double sceneries, that sound AI problem. This is very good, man. We got 125 handcrafted airports, 42 community add-ons, and we've no warnings. Click on the WASM crash rescue mod. It's thinking about life there, right? 5 WASM cache folders found. Okay, so yeah, so it's able to find all the WASM folders. So you can clear them, or you can go in and look at them, but just don't clear them during the sim. That would be bad. Very nice app, Roy. That's awesome, buddy. Right, we need to try and land this machine. We're at 10,000 feet. We need to continue our descent now down to 7,000 feet as our speed is dropping off. IAS. Call it 170. There we go. Looking good. What type of aircraft do I fly? Bit of everything, really. Starship, yeah, it's really good, isn't it? It'll come in handy if you're looking for the WASM locations because they're well hidden. Yeah, 100%. Roy, excellent work, buddy. Excellent work. Okay, we are descending in towards Liverpool. Oh man, alive. Look how good that looks. And how better the performance is. London is always in a hoop. Memphis Town, it's over on our Discord, buddy. Jeez, the noise of the engines. If you go to our Discord, go to Flight Sim, go into add-ons, and then you'll find it in here. The rescue tool. Don't be crashing into... We'll try not to. You got it? Sweet. Don't mind that Anfield crowd anyway, sure, that's all, you know. Brutal flying. Brutal flying. How do you get your reg on the Starship? In the tablet, go on to options, scroll down, show dynamic registration. Make sure you have that ticked. That's how that works. This is beautiful looking, isn't it? This is absolutely gorgeous looking, lads. Stunning across the world of stunning. Man, that's really close. We're in the clouds. Jamaican runner. Yeah, they'll get one, sure. They were selling these off cheap, sure. Uniform Goose, good to see it. Bit of a breeze, really. Should be grand, lads. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, we're at 7,000 feet. Sorted. We'll up the old ante here a bit. So if you want to try an ILS approach, we're going to head out to a place called Keegan. Now let's see. Flight plan, approach, vectors for the ILS. Oh, it's giving us the approach. That's already loaded in, sure. It's okay. So it's over to Keegan first, so watch the speed and watch our altitude now for this. Navigator's having a moment. Okay, so further descend. 3,000. Up at 1,200 a minute. Turn off the turbulence mode. And let's see what happens. So runway 27 into Liverpool. That's what we're aiming for. Just watch our speed as we're coming down here. We're going to open up that inertial separator once again. Lights are on, ready to rock. There go the inertial separators. Looking good. And now we see what happens. So tonight we have a group flight. We're going to be having a look at this now in a moment. As we plan for some VATSIM image. Block time is about 1 hour and 40. Luxembourg over to Florence. This should be nice. I'm just trying to think aircraft for this one. Phenom, I suppose. We'll go with the Phenom. We like Phenom. We love Phenom. Alright, watch your speed. Dougal, good to see you. Someone complained, so you had to dig out the earbuds. Oh no! Dougal, hope you're well, mate. And a very good afternoon to you. Ron has checked in from Boston. Welcome in, buddy. Yeah, we've got a few people checked in today, lads. This is awesome.
Destination weather at Liverpool. Visual flight rules, wind west at 25 knots, broken clouds at 3,300, 15 degrees.
Okay. That's so cool, man. So anyone watching on all pilots, did anyone on YouTube check in? Hang on, we'll try this. Now, why isn't the YouTube integration working? Do. You think the H-Jet for tonight? Ooh. Right, so it got Goose. Why isn't the YouTube working? Stupid thing. Let's give it a second. Huh. Never a dull moment, lads. Shouldn't really be doing this when I'm trying to land, but sure, look it. Container. Huh, okay. It doesn't seem to have got my check-in. Or flying Winnebago. Alright, that's a process for another day. Stupid thing. Really strange. It's a U-green NAS. A U-green NAS. I mean, if I go to admin. Viper Strike we got in. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be reading YouTube. I need to fix that, lads. I wonder, is it cause it's Linux based. It's using Docker, so yeah, it's Linux based. That's really strange. Some sort of authorization handshake didn't go according to plan. Stupid thing. Right, that's something I need to work on this evening. Lovely. Says Corner, good to see you, bud. Welcome in. Alright, speed is good. We're at 3,000 feet. In terms of nav, want to make sure we're dialed in. Nav radio. Oh, it's an RNAV. Is it an ILS or an RNAV? Okay, so we want the ILS information. So it's going to be 11175. Right. Localizer 1, localizer 2. Now why is it only giving me localizer 2? Course 266. What is that? 266. Diddly dee dee dee, diddly dee dee dee. Okay. One of your favorites? Yeah, it's so good. How many times have you gone into Liverpool and you still don't know? Right, caution. What's she giving out about? Oh, we're looking good. Speed is coming all right. I wonder can we arm approach? I imagine this will work. We'll find out now in a second. Speed coming down. Easy now. Left turn coming in. Man alive, that's gorgeous. Right, let's see what's going to happen here. If you're dropping off the new manager, then you're a bit late. Be grand. Our new manager. Who did they say got it, does it? Or have they said? There's 27. Alright, speed is looking good. Now, I wonder if we horse this into, no, leave it alone. So this should all line up, you know, beautifully, we hope. LPL. That's the VOR. So we're watching for this guy to come in, and then we'll know we're bang on the money. It doesn't auto switch, so we need to go to VOR. Okay. Alright, gear. Yeah, damper coming off. Canner, let's be having it. That looks better. Gonna pilot off. Easy now. Experiment boss. That's interesting. We're way above that glide, so we need to watch that. Throw with the nose. Easy now. Slightly off skew. 28 knots of wind, look, Jesus. Alright, here's a glide slope starting to come in. Okay, on the glide. Easy. We're drifting a bit.
Refund.
Just watch the wind. No refunds. Watch the glide. Looking good.
It's not the plane, it's the pilot.
Brilliant. Yeah, it does it very good. It doesn't do auto stuff. It reads what you have set, and then it gives you suggestions based on your hardware. It's very good. All right, we're right on the limit of speed here. The wind isn't dead straight. It's a little bit pushing us to the left, and then the odd time right. About 18 knots right now. Easy. Ooh, the wind, you can feel it. We went from 18 straight up to 22, look. 23 knots. Easy. Easy. Alright, 2-7. Now try not to float.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Stew the timing. Easy, easy, easy. Get down, you devil. Man, this thing likes to float. There we go. Made it.
Landing recorded.
Jesus. Gibbo, good to see you. You can smell the burning from here. The concentration. Desperate. Alright, there's a decel. Bit of manual braking. Oh, welcome to Liverpool. Alright. Welcome in, lads. Brilliant. You wouldn't have wasted 5,000 points if I knew you were going to float to nearly Manchester. Brilliant. All right. Right, hang a riot. From one iniBuilds scenery to another. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Alright, squawk off. Managing 54 and IMC on an RNAV. Dude, no way. Jesus. Impressive. Very impressive. Alright, continue on down the road here. We've a GA apron just down here. There's Mark coming in a chopper. Get to the chopper. Getting the odd stutter here and there. I need to see what's causing that. She's under a bit of pressure. Pitot overheat. Alright. Is that my knee squeaking? It is. Scale brakes. Easy now. Chase the hill coming in here. Go fierce Andy Murph. Easy. Easy now. Right, brakes on. Engines are all okay. Taxi lights off. Anti-collision lights off. That's all looking good. And let's have a quick check on all our systems. So, inertial separators are all okay. Avionics can now start coming off. Bring down the engines. That's all good, that's all good. Bleeds are off. I should have had prop sync off. Looking good here. And here.
Engine off, time logged.
Excellent. Seems excessive. Frame gen should be at 6, but I need to double check all that. Power brake in up, anti-skid. That's okay. That's all off. I think shutting this down is less or more straightforward. Gen's coming off. External power don't need. Avionics coming off. Fans. Turn those off. And we'll want the battery off. There we have it, lads. I do believe that has been a successful flight. Technical conditions of our engine, 62 and 72. Excellent. No change there. Electrical systems are all fine. Cabin is all okay. Get the door open. Wheel chocks, gear pins can go on. Pitot covers can go on. There's sun jammer. That was a cool flight. That was a cool flight. Really enjoyed that. So what we're going to do next, we're going to review our flight with OnAir. We have arrived, unloading our cargo. And let's have a look.
Unload complete. All freight clear at Liverpool. Standing by for next assignment.
Excellent stuff. Okay, so it was flown by Murph, and our score...
Shutdown confirmed. Engine off time recorded.
Entire flight, so we got full points on that one, lads. So we can see, right, so your live flight score was 100%. Maximum G-force, that's all okay. Aircraft prep, departure, landing, arrival, and then engine off. Excelente. Register your flight. 1 second out. Map and events. So we can see the full map, all our information. When we did things to the aircraft, as in initial climb, lights on, lights off, all of this is logged and recorded. Absolutely brilliant. Let us register the flight. Job finished, goods transported, pay and done, reputation increase. There we go. Excellent. Flight reward, we got a comfort bonus. We got a aircraft handling bonus. IMC bonus. Absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. So, great stuff from OnAir.
The flight is finished.
We have 100 million quid in the cash flow, look. Brilliant. Great stuff from OnAir. That was a ton of fun. And as I say, that was our flight. 55 according to LRM. Yes, that was nice, wasn't it? Now, I'm trying to figure out in terms of performance. So 220, right? Is this going to be the same crack then with multiplayer? I think it is. Multiplayer off. What do the frames now read? Still not fantastic, actually. So I wonder... I probably need to clear the out cache. I'll need to clear the cache. Vulcan, take it fierce handy, buddy. Thank you so very much indeed for flying with us. Right, so I might need to check me settings here. Everything looks okay. Yeah, everything looks okay. So it could be the rolling cache. I'll clear that and then clear the other stuff as well. 250 or so, but like, no, it's so it's using that x6 frame gen, Cyrus, and you can say, yeah, like it's the raw frame numbers are great, but when you see it drop from, like, you know, 200 to 190, that's indication of stutters, right? So it's not necessarily raw sim power. So the performance is down, so I imagine it's a cache issue I need to do. You know, hey, Strap is here, good to see you. So we're going to end the flight because now we're going to start planning. We're going to start planning our next flight, right? So what I might do, well, there's a couple of things we need to do. So we're going to load in with the Phenom, right? That's our machine. And our group flight is going to see us departing out of Echo Lima Lima X-Ray, Luxembourg. Let's check in some sceneries. Diddly-dee, diddly-dee, diddly-dee. So this is custom scenery. That's floating. See the way it's floating? So I have an issue with my sim. Is it still float? We could be okay. Right, let's have a look at this because we want to be starting off at the FBO. That they're helis. It must be here, is it? Right, we'll jump in there. And let's see what happens. Strap, hope you're well, buddy. So we're going to load in, make sure all our sceneries are working. Then we'll do a full briefing on tonight's flight. The sim is not running smoothly, I can see that. So I'll have to do something with the sim. Okay. Into the Phenom we go. And give everything a few moments. I need to clear the cache or something. There's a little bit of stuttery, you know. Oh, interesting weather. Okay, the airport. How are we looking? Is there anything here that's going to like break? Apart from the thunder and lightning. So this is Luxembourg. Nothing looks broken in here, so we should be okay. Easy now, let her all load in. Looking good. What we're trying to do here is actually build up the rolling cache. But that's going to be interesting because I'm going to end up turning that off now in a minute. I'm not happy with the performance there, so this requires a sim restart. So let's have a look and kill the sim because I'm just not happy the way that's running. Let's see here now. End the task. Now, I probably can't do all of this properly because a lot of the stuff is in use, but we'll give it a quick run. Initializing your cache removal tool. I'll give this a second. Community shortcut. Bum, bum, bum. Surely it can delete the rolling cache. Surely. It's thinking about it. Do we have to do kind of a restart to fix this? Let's see. Don't call me Shirley, right? The scenery, is it Atelic or Atelic? It was a sim market scenery, I think. For Luxembourg. And I have the it's an old 2020 scenery, but I have the one for Florence, which I think was Gaia's old one. So I don't know, do I need to use that? Why isn't this working? Right, okay, we're gonna have to restart this machine. Bear with. NVIDIA app. Need to double check what the sim is running on because I'm not happy with it. Drivers, no, leave that alone. Microsoft Flight Sim 24. The game isn't optimized. Don't mind that. Frame rate multiplier is 6. Now, wasn't there an option in here that we could wipe something? Wasn't there an option here that we could wipe the cache from in here? No. I don't want to use DLSS. Frame gen, fix, multiplier, grand, monitor technology, show legacy settings. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to just restart this PC because it's doing things it shouldn't. Global settings, maybe. I'll have to go into global settings anyway. We'll go back into the old NVIDIA control panel because I'm just going to turn off this shader cache. Now, texture filtering quality. Yes. Triple buffering, no. Threaded. Now, what was this other one I wanted to look at? The Cuba GPU, Qt Assist, that's all fine. DSR, that's all fine. Ambient occlusion, power management, yes. Refresh rate, yes. Texture, LOD basis. Wasn't one of these set to clamp? So set that to clamp, right? Oh no, hang on. Just for the sim. Allow. We'll put the sim in. Microsoft Flight Sim. Where are you? Microsoft Flight Simulator. Where are you? Microsoft Farm Sim. No, Microsoft Flight Sim. There you go. Right, so let's have a look. Use global settings. So power management. That's all grand. That's all grand. That's all grand. Max frame rate. No, leave that alone. CUDA. Triple buffering. Vertical sync. Texture quality. Texture negative LOD basis. Clamp that. Apply. Right, let's see what happens. It's all in the app now. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that's what I was using and it wouldn't work. I tried it there. She just wouldn't work. What am I doing here now? Global settings. We'll set it to clamp for the crack. And then shader cache, turn this off. Yeah, there's something not 100% with my PC. Texture filtering. Don't know why that was off. It's this I want to turn off. This is having a moment, look. Disabled. Apply. Restart. Right, we'll give this a moment as my screen has all gone black. And we'll fire this up once again. Ah, yes. Restarting. Sometimes you can't beat a good owl PC restart. And I need to figure out as to why the app isn't working correctly either. So there's like loads of fun. Welcome to the no signal stream. This will only take a moment and we'll get ourselves back up and running. Because I want to delete the cache and then we jump back in, you know. Which is all very interesting, lads. What happened? I was occupied. No, you're grand, Roy. Just restarting the PC. I just wasn't happy with the owl performance. It was a little bit jittery and messy and something not entirely right, you know. Hey, that has to be your new t-shirt, no signal. Givo, 100% that is needed. Yes. Sing us a song there, Murph. Wait, what? Mrs. Daz always says I spend more time sorting out stuff than flying. It's part of the process, isn't it? It's part of the process. No, the PC is just restarting there, so we'll give it a moment. I'm trying to think, was I running anything prior to that? Oh. I also need to figure out why we have an issue that the YouTube stuff isn't working. That sounds like I have work this afternoon. Lots of work. So PC, there's sounds, we have life, but now my TV, there we go. Welcome in. Brilliant. Right, let's start up all day. Oh, wait, hang on. Do the friggin' cache cleanup tool first, you must. Do this guy first. Do. Yeah, there's something not right with my PC because it's after putting stuff on a screen that shouldn't be there. Do you hear the do? Yeah, there's something not right in the world. Right, that's now working and doing its stuff. This stupid thing isn't working. For crying out loud. So, can we select all of these, please? Because they shouldn't be on that monitor. And they all need to go over there. Right, now she's coming along smoothly. And then turn this guy back on. That's the wrong button. Turn that lad back on. That's all done. This is now grand again. Now it says no internet connection on the PC. That's like wild. Lies! Blatant lies! Right, we got all this stuff turned back on. NVIDIA back into here. And we got all this stuff turned back on. One thing at a time, friends. One thing at a time, and we get our stuff turned back on. That Bob Dispatcher thing I wrote about yesterday, handy cache clean and stuff. Yeah. Hayden is here. Good to see you. It's a payware gadget, but yeah. Global settings, right? Shader cache size. Put you back on now. Thanks very much. Apply. Right. Let's go into the app. And let's just double check our graphics are set up correctly. Microsoft Flight Sim. The PC is very sluggish. See this feckin' Corsair IQ shite? That's wrecking me head. But it is needed. It's just wrecking me head though. Half the time it doesn't work. The other half it does work. Widgets. No internet connection. What do you mean there's no internet connection? Like, that just needs to be nuked. The PC is not very responsive though. I'm noticing that. Opening and closing things. Look at that. Like, it's a Windows thing. I've had that issue lately where my internet doesn't connect when booting up. Yeah, it's so strange. IQ, good luck to you. We'll kill it for the moment, right? Do I need any updates? Because it's running real messy. iCube2's telling me firmware are out of date, but they're not. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Windows just doesn't seem happy about life. Okay, there's a security intelligent update. All right. Grab it. Thanks very much. This should now be doing its stuff. Fixed, multiply. Yes, that's all grand. Close that. And what else do I want to do from in here? That's kind of it, isn't it? Doing these. Go. Do one of those. That's working. And now we'll go back into hardware and try IQ again. The pain of an uncompliant PC. The great Hadoken. Good to see it. Yeah, man, there's nothing worse. Sometimes everything works great, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, we're not playing. Now, why won't this connect to the internet? Widgets. It kind of did, and then it said shag off, didn't it? Location, Tipperary. Yes. All right. Did you feed the hamster? I didn't. Right, so we delete the shader cache. Oh yeah, rolling cache. Where's this now? You know you're tired when you need to put a print on the inside of a shirt. The seam gave it away. I give-o. Packages. Local cache. Rolling cache. Good luck to you. Right. Launch it, the Simith, at onceth. And let's see what happens. Right. It's doing stuff. Admin. 502 internal error. Oh, there's nothing straightforward, is there? Let's see here now. Passwords. Why do they keep moving stuff around? Passwords. 192.68. 50. Is it 80? 21. 80, 88. We're doing the stuff with the things. Sign in. Right. Sim brief. Admin. Okay. PS Miranda is here. Good to see you, bud. Check-in map. Right, so our check-in map is working, but I can't. It's this thing, stupid thing. It isn't running the whatchamacallits. It's not running YouTube now, which I have no idea as to why. So that's a problem for later. Right. The sim is loading. This is a good start. And what else do I need to do? Navigraph. We shall need Navigraph. And we'll bring this guy over. Here's our flight plan. We're going to go into Ventusky. To get an idea of what the weather's doing, right? So from Luxembourg down to Florence, right? Wind. Right. Easy now. Okay, so this evening, the wind is coming in from the southwest. 6 to 8 knots. And when we get down to Florence neck of the woods, that's it there, isn't it? Firenze. It's coming in from the south. Okay. Wind speed along our routing. Jesus. Right, we're going to get absolutely bashed out of it, lads. So we're dealing with a crosswind, but there'll be an element of a headwind on that. So we'll want to watch for that, right? Cloud cover. So we know where the wind is coming from. It's southwesterly direction. That's where the wind is. All right. Temperature is going to be not. No, that's Ground surface. 13 down to 15. So 15 to 15, so it's not very hot. Cloud coverage. So let me see. Nothing major. That's this evening. Right now, very major. It's very overcast, and we heard thunder here a while ago. But this evening, that's 8 o'clock. Yeah, that's going to be fairly lively. By the time we get down into Florence, 70 to 80%. Okay, so it's cloudy. Now, right now, it is lashing rain with thunderstorms, so that is accurate, right? Come this evening when we're leaving here, thunderstorms. We're departing with thunderstorms. Brilliant. And by the time we get down, then, yeah, we're going to be flying over all of this weather. So it's going to be interesting scenery for sure. And then no rain expected when we land. Right. It's all coming together. Load the sim. We're still loading the sim. Come on, sim, you can do it. Okay, VATSIM maintenance is planned to start. That's okay. And let's have a look. We have tower and ATIS on. That's pretty cool. Okay, so VATSIM's working as well. Right, and then our last bit of the jigsaw is going to be that in the sim brief. So I'm going to load this in. So let me see. We are Firefly. Use current time. Firefly 235. And we're going to be in the Phenom, which is down the road here. An Embraer 55P. And we're going to use the correct Phenom. Wait, what? Why is that loading the wrong? Naughty, did you break it? Because it's loading in the wrong airports, even though it says it's not. How the hell is that now? Reopen close tab. No. Reopen another close tab. Yes. Naughty, did you make a balls of it again? You did. It does show the routing, but it's the wrong. It's connected to the wrong link. Yeah, that's completely wrong. Right. Is it on, maybe it's on Discord. Let's have a look. Let's see. So we shall go to our Discord, go down to VATSIM. VATSIM Thursday. Here's the route. There's correct route. Okay, 235 aircraft is that of the Embraer. Phenom. Looks like shutdown. Head to the pub time. Go to the pub. All right, an hour and 50. An hour and 50 on our flight tonight. It's a nice flight, look. Jesus. Right, that's all looking good. That's all looking good. So, generate. You sure you haven't been visiting those dodgy hot tub sites again, Murph? Give out. Don't go messing. Don't go messing. Tis all grand. Tis all grand. Right? Okay, so SimBrief is loaded. That's it there. All right. So into the sim we go. And we want to be in Luxembourg. ELLX. An update for the Rafale. Interesting. Do. Load the gadgets. There's a sunjammer. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Mauro Silva, welcome in, buddy. Thank you very much indeed. Good to see you. Fix it on the site. Good man yourself. Good man yourself. Right, let's see what our little science did, clearing the cache and whatnot. If anything. Okay, ready to fly. Let everything kind of settle down for a second. Alright, so we have thunder and lightning, as you do. Frame rates are a little better, but you know, they're nothing to write home about. Settings, rolling cache, online. Rolling cache, come down to me here now. Let's see what this does. Just implemented the XE, XML and user config option. Ooh, the goal is to create a go-to problem solver. Nice one, Roy. Okay, so here's a new rolling cache got in. Save. That's certainly better performance. Right, hello airplane, I have missed you. Now, let me see. I'm not entirely happy. What's going on here now? Is there something not doing what it should? Max frame rate, that's all okay. Custom settings. 250, that's okay. That's okay. Light shafts, ultra. Visual effects particle quality. That's a new one, is it? Was that always there? Visual effects particles quality. Was that always there, lads? That seems new. Right. You thought that was outside your window? So it's a sim update 5 thing, is it? Okay. Okay. Movement around the aircraft, everything here looks good. So frame rates are back to where they need to be. Excellent. Right, aircraft. Let's go into flight plan. Let's see if we can drag the devil. There it should be. Charts are loaded in. Ground operations, right? So remove the torpedo covers, the chocks, the engine covers, the gear pins. Horse on the GPU. Now we want to load this from SimBrief. So estimated total weight 6574. Let's have a look at the SimBrief. Block fuel 1225. So these are kilograms. You're in kilograms. So 6 and 6 is 12 and 13 and 13 is 26. So yeah, we're good. Block fuel is good. Baggage 200 kilos. That's correct. Okay, so it actually did this right. Do we want to have more fuel just in case we need to do mad stuff? Yes, we do. We'll do that. Unload. Right, with more fuel, just in case, because it's Murphy-like. You know what I mean? Murphy's dangerous to this stuff. Now, let me see. Maintenance. We should be okay everywhere. I don't think I've gotten broken. Quick check in our pre-flight. Everything says okay. Tires are okay. That's all grand. Maintenance systems, we should be okay across the board. Realism, that's all on. So that should be fine. Ground ops, we'll keep it on that for the moment. Let us go and have a look at some stuff. So we're going to go battery 1 and 2 coming on. Gens, leave them off. Bleeds. Auto. Now we did want the GPU. Go ahead and connect. Power up the GPU. Get our in-flight entertainment system turned on. Oxygen is working okay. We'll get the door open. And now we wait. Bloody Taff, good to see you. We will put on our nav lights. Arm the emergency lights. And bring our screens up. Press right mouse off key. No FMF's position. That's okay. We'll go through all this here now in a moment. Hydraulic pumps can come on. Fuel pumps auto. Okay, there's a bit of life. ADS probes, leave them alone. Everything here is looking good. Everything there is looking good. That wind is blowing from the... It's blowing straight against us, so that should be okay, right? So next up we want to connect to VATSIM. Where am I looking? ATC. VPilot. And we're going to do the same over here. VPilot. I wonder how this is going to do with my model matching. E55P. Okay, we're connected. And I see aircraft. Settings, model matching, custom rules. Oh, look at that, there's no VMRs. There are no VMR files. And yet there's models loading. Can someone do the maths on that? Draw, could I see it? Jesus. So I'm using the FSLTL. Jesus, the lightning. It'll use the default without VMRs in there. What it? I just got disconnected from the network. Okay, so it's going to use the default ones, but I do have FSLTL traffic base. Where is that installed? VATSIM files. Okay, so add custom rules. Put that one in. Get that one in. Right click or entry in the add-ons linker. No, that looks good there now. We should be good. It should now be using the FSLTL stuff. Because I have the FSLTL stuff enabled, right? So if I disconnect and then reconnect. And this should load in all the models, shouldn't it? Or do we need to do it from in here? I need to from in here. So VPilot will reload. Let's see what happens. Herbert something, thank you very much indeed. Good morning, buddy. 23 months. Cheers, man. Thank you very, very much indeed. Type.aircraft. What does that do? Okay, it's connected, so it'll build models next. Ah, you can force without reload. Gotcha. Okay. Right, connect. Connected. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so there's the Swiss. There's the KLM. I just wonder now about our Firefly Air liveries. Are they going to work? You know what I mean? That'll make things very interesting. Why am I getting so bad performance? She's only kind of chugging along here. Interesting. JP is here. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Like, lads, 6 time frame generation and I'm getting 180 frames. That's just not right. At all. There's something not right here in the world and in the realm. I wonder, is it the scenery causing me issue? Like, the performance here is absolutely gank. 180 frames on my system, like, that's laughable, man. I'm not happy with things. Not happy with things at all. Send it over Discord. Yeah, not if you can, yeah. Because I don't think I have all my stuff turned on. Let's tidy all this crap up here for a second, because I am not getting the performance I want. At all. Murphy ain't happy. Close that. Now. I'm not going to go near updating drivers. It can't be the driver. Everything was working perfectly. You know? And now suddenly it's not. So I wonder, have I done something in here stupidly? I mind that clamp business. We don't want clamp. Apply that. Now program settings. Turn off clamp. Okay. Now let's see. The flight sim headache. Yeah, but it makes no sense. Like, how does it go from running 100% to, you know, crap? That doesn't make sense. I'll leave that alone. I'm trying to think why, like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Do you know what I mean? I wonder, was it the scenery? Let's turn off that scenery. Did you change your shader cache setting? I did. We'll turn off that. Now I'm using the old Gaia one we'll turn off that as well, right? Let's just see if this has an impact on the stuff, right? Can I ask your opinion on the F-28? Ooh, what would you like? How do you show your iPad screen on stream when you're showing charts? Flying with Joel, I use a program called Lonely Screen, and that allows me to output me charts when it wants to work. That one there. It's called Lonely Screen, and that's how I do it. That's the button that we press. Right, let's see if this fixes it. Bought OnAir some months ago, haven't used it much, still learning. Also recently bought Jet Card, and I pick a charter and I fly. Still like the fact that OnAir uses any plane. Yeah, Jet Card is very good. It's very interesting, but OnAir has all the features plus, you know, lots more. Jet Card is good for what it does, though. Don't get me wrong, but OnAir I think is just more of a complete setup. You know, yeah. I'm trying to figure out. Let's see here now. We're going to the old management of the tasks. CPU is grand. GPU is grand. So is there something running here that shouldn't be? What's using up tons of memory? Edge, IQ. IQ is like, it's still not even reading the stuff. NordVPN, the hell are you running for? Tailscale, that's all fine. Nord, why is Nord running? Stupid thing. Need to decide between the RJ and the F-28. Ooh. CCleaner is busy with something else. What exactly? Like, what exactly is it doing? Let's see. Performance, Nord, sleep. Why was that even turned on? What else? Input director, sleep. Microsoft Game Input, Microsoft OneDrive, sleep. Toby grand. Win FSP. What are you? Navimatics. What the hell is that? Win FSP. Anyone know what that is? Win FSP. System software that provides runtime and development support for custom file systems on Windows. What the hell is it? Do I need it? CCleaner, that explains a lot of performance. Remove that tool. Do you reckon? Well, it doesn't do anything apart from, you know, tidying stuff up. Sleeping apps. Right, they're all okay now. Excluded apps. Right. Right, we'll close that and we'll make sure CCleaner is turned off, which it is. And if we go back into our task manager and we'll try and find CCleaner, kill it with fire. Right. Why is Claude running? Like, well, he's not, he's loaded, but like, I'm not using Claude. Look to you. Bar Raider, Windows Mover, not using that. Jesus, the amount of crap that runs in the background, even though you've turned them off. Do you know what I mean? A lot of them are systems. Right, so OpenTrack, Navigraph. Why is there 4 versions of Navigraph running? The Sim, Edge. Well, Edge is doing Edge things. And then Discord. Discord was always heavy on the devil. Like, why does it run, you know, multiple? Hot tub streaming programs. CCleaner is naff. Why don't you like, is it itself a problem? As in it's hogging resources, that kind of stuff, yeah? I've used it for years and never really had an issue with it. That's interesting now. Right, we're going to load back in to this airport and just see what our performance is going to be like. I'm very excited. Let's all find out together. Right. In we go. Free flight in the Phenom. And let's go to ELLX once again. Into Luxembourg. And this will use the default. You can break stuff very easily. Oh, can it? Right. I was over here the last time, wasn't I? So we were getting about 220 frames and I wasn't liking it because it wasn't very smooth. So now we're going to see what happens. Default scenery. Okay, Sim. Throw your worst at me. What's going to happen? What is going to happen? Okay. Now in the plane. Back 1. The sim has paused. And it's now recovered. It's doing these mad little spikes, but we're up to about 290 FPS now. Do the maths there. You could just do a system restore to when it was working okay if you install something Dodge. No, I don't think you install that in Dodge. That's after fixing it. Look, we're up to 300 FPS. It's friggin' nuts, isn't it? Like, how do you explain that, lads? We're now getting 300 FPS. There's like a 90 frame increase based on the combination of what? The scenery? The scenery, right? Right, that's the first bit of the jigsaw. Second bit of the jigsaw. ATC. Repilot. I now get myself connected. Let's see what happens. Connect. Connect. And let's see what happens. So we have a Ryanair and a KLM. The only problem is the scenery is terribly shitty. But it's a lot smoother. Right, so there was too many objects in the last scenery, I would think. Do you know what add-on I'm using as well? I wonder, is that causing issues? Do you know the cars? That could be causing an issue. Very strange, isn't it? Oblong Live, good to see you, bud. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just building up the cache. That's why we're kind of mucking around the place. Right. So, that's grand. But look at the friggin' FPS now. Like, how do you lose 90 frames? Right? How do you go from suddenly having like 300 FPS to... We've lost 80 frames and I've done nothing. Have I lost 80 frames because I'm using vPilot? Is it the model matching? Let's give this a minute to think about life. Is it the feckin' model matching? We're back up to 290 frames, look. It's almost sitting on 300 frames. Right, Murphy. I have a terrible, terrible suspicion what's happening. It's the FSLTL stuff. We'll try the VMware file stuff as well, right? Let's see. Settings. Model matching. Custom rules. Let's get rid of the FFA stuff for the minute. Apply. And then connect. So the bones at 300 frames, connect to SimBrief or connect to vPilot. vPilot connected. We're now sitting on about 250. $240 to $250. See it coming down, like, that's mad, isn't it? $230 and falling. Have you tried the reduced resolution FSLTL models? Is that a thing? Look at that, man. We're down to like 215 to 220 frames. Crazy. All right, that's just not an efficient setup. So advanced sim objects. So just let it run my own, for example. Let's remove the FSLTL stuff and apply. And then what do we say? .aircraft. Okay, settings, aircraft, reload model matching rules, custom model matching rules loaded. Right, delete all aircraft, and now that'll reload them. Isn't that right? And let's see what this does. It's not the VMware file. Man, give out. How do I join multiplayer server? Exclamation point, how to multiplayer. That should help. Okay, so it seems to be sitting at around 260 without using the FSLTL model matching. That's interesting. To change all these recommended settings with a monster machine like Smurf's machine is ridiculous. That's what I mean. Like this should be just absolutely blitzing through it. No problem at all. But there is a change from what I usually use, because I was using Just Flight's aircraft. Oh look, we're back down to about 220 or so. Right. I now know what I'm going to do. Disconnect this from VATSIM. Right. And we're going to go into this. We're going to go in and check for the following. Flight sim files, plugins, VATSIM, Just Flight aircraft traffic fleet, which is sitting in there. This was last, it's ages since I updated this. Traffic update. I don't need an update, so there is no update for this. So if I re-enable this in the sim, right? Jesus. Whoa! We just got buttons pressed at an amazing rate of knots. iniBuilds! Jesus! iniBuilds official in with 100 gifted tier 1 subs. We did an amazing flight. We took the Starship out of the pre-release London City and we flew it up to Liverpool. 2 amazing airports. And now I'm here trying to squeeze a little bit of VATSIM performance. Incredible support. Lads, if you got a sub with thanks to iniBuilds official, do be sure to say thank you. That is amazing support. Thank you very, very much indeed, lads. And yeah, as always, just incredible work with London City. I was there a while ago, and like even walking around the restaurant upstairs where I went in for a few pints, like it's just nuts. It's nuts. So incredible support. Thanks a million, lads. Jays, that's mad, isn't it? Mad. Now, the Just Fly traffic fleet. Hang on there now. Bajani then. Where's this now? We'll press this button in here. So into me community folder, because I think I have the FSLTL stuff in here. FSLTL traffic base. Right, so it's linked. So hang on now. We're doing science. Let's see what happens now, right? So, if I do this with that, turn off that, refresh, and now if I try and look for the FSLTL, that should be now good luck in the cup and thanks. Yep. And if I now just grab a hold of the Just Flight traffic fleet, what's it, 25 gigs? Grab a hold of that. And rather than using add-ons linker, let's just horse it in directly. Show me the meaning of, haste. Wait, is it in? 25 gigs like that? Okay. Model behave. Now, isn't there something in here, Just Flight, give you the model matching stuff? Where do they hide that now? Sim objects, airplanes. Didn't they give you like a VMR for this? Traffic updater. No update. Check for updates. No. View installed updates. Right, okay. Where's the where do we get the VMR for that? iniBuilds, absolutely incredible support. That's absolutely nuts, lads. Thanks a million. Unbelievable. Kibba said, did anyone else get a massive Steam pause there? We'll blame iniBuilds. We'll blame iniBuilds. Brilliant. But yeah, we probably did. It dropped like 10 frames or something. Right, this Just Flight. Where do they hide their traffic gadget for this? Need to find that. Model behavior, no. Effects, no. Content, no. Right. Let's go back into this. Refresh this now. And then we go back into the sim, because we're going to use the Just Flight stuff directly, right? So where's this now? Just Flight traffic VMR. Did this? Yeah, it should work. The FS traffic should work in 2024, shouldn't it? So, see description below for more details. Yeah, that's okay. So where's the VMR file? Included aircraft. So we should have enough. Because it's for VATSIM flying, we should absolutely have enough, shouldn't we? Just like brought my system to a standstill, I removed it. Oh, really? Oh, dear. Well, let's try it here and see what happens. And failing that, you were saying something about that FSLTL traffic. Is there low resolution stuff we can grab? Something went wrong. We couldn't determine the correct path. Please, I don't have 2020 installed. Give us 2024. Your 2020 community folder is set to select path. Wait now, can I not use this gadget in 24? No. Rich Gillen, good to see you. The plot thickens. The plot thickens completely. Users, Murph. Jesus. Application data, local packages. Limitless. Yeah. Microsoft Limitless. Gaming. Limitless. Local cache. Packages. Community. Select. The only place I know to get FSTL low revs is Captain Canada's Discord. Really? But see this now, I can't even... So the fly-by-wire installer... Can we not just use that on... Oh, no, there it is. Never mind. Right, base... Okay, so the base models... Description. Stable. So that's FSLTL. I don't want the injector. I can't configure it. It's about a third the size. So FSLTL low res. FSLTL low res. Downgraded textures for FSLTL. There we go. Content removed. I'm for crying out loud. So I imagine FSLTL said you can't do that. Because they own the stuff, isn't that right? Base models are same quality. There's a tool to convert them to low res, which some people have shared. No, so Vasco, do you know what it is? It's not down to, it's so what I'm not trying to troubleshoot is the sheer FPS numbers, right? It's the fact that I'm getting such a drop. And because it in a flight sim, you're not, your FPS counter is an indication of what's happening, but you're looking for smoothness. And where your FPS, where you're looking at a figure, doesn't matter if it's 300 or 30. If you see a drop of roughly, 10% or even 40% during a something, it's letting you know there's something not right. So in my case, if I load in with 300 FPS and I'm down to 220, you can say, yeah, it's of course it's perfectly flyable. But the issue is, you've now lost smoothness because it's not efficient on the sim. So I'm just trying to kind of figure this one out. So we'll see what this does, and then, I reckon we will be good. I reckon we should be good here. It'll be interesting to see what happens, right? So back into ELLX. And what I need to figure out is the VMR file for the Just Flight traffic fleet. It's there somewhere. And considering I've rolling cache and things are still taking so long to load in, I'm a little bit worried over that. I know the sim wants to pause. So what we're looking for, Just Flight traffic VMR file. The VMR is located in the following file. Okay, so Control F VMR. Okay, next. Okay, we found it there. Right, get us into the sim. And let's see what happens now. It's all terribly exciting, isn't it? Let's see what happens now, lads. What time of day are we? It's 2 o'clock in the day. Interesting. Guys, we don't want to start the plane in this direction. The wind would have us in terrible trouble. Okay. In we go. Want to turn ourselves so we're facing into the wind. Right, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. FPS counter is doing what it needs to. Okay, the VMR file is provided in Community Just Flight FS Traffic Control Center data. I don't have control center. I have traffic fleet. I don't have the control center. I don't want to install the control center. Export. I don't want to use the control center. I don't want it for where is this now? So I can't use the Just Flight one. That's interesting. Right, we'll see what happens here. VPilot. ATT, VPilot. Connect. Load the models. Connect. Not connected to the host. Connect. Right, we're in. Okay, settings. Model matching. There's nothing custom in here now at the minute. Have you tried the IVAO models? I did. .250 FPS. So it looks as if this is loading default flight sim stuff. Wouldn't that be right? And then we have IVAO traffic as well. And now this is automatically using just flight stuff, look. So I don't need a VMR file because it's actually reading the just flight stuff. And we're getting about 250 as opposed to 220. That's very interesting. Problem solving. What did you do today? Ah, sure, look. Did you hear about the spider, by the way? Ah, shit. Bye. Now, do we have aircraft here anymore? No, we don't. Oh, we've one over there. The Ryanair fella seems to have gone. Who's this devil now? A blank liveried aircraft. Okay. So we could just go to a very busy airport or a busier airport and just have a look at VATSIM traffic. You know what I mean? That could be interesting. Oh, young fella, getting out. We've seen a bit. Okay, so the default airport, I think this is going to be fine. Your thoughts? What case is the issue with all VMR stuff? Last week it worked flawlessly. So I don't know. Or what causes it? I think the VMR stuff will work. Like, it is working. You know, the custom rules and whatnot, like, it is absolutely working. I just need to see, can I find a VMR file from the Just Flight stuff? Yeah, I don't know. The being connected to like your contrails and all that, so it is working. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. We'll go back to live weather and just check in now on the owl performance. Because it doesn't seem to have done anything now. Because we're still back down to, 200 whatever. We should be grand. So we know the aircraft works. We know we're connected to the network. That's all fine. I can't transmit or do anything for the moment, but that makes sense because everything's turned off. So if we were to turn on the GPU and connect it. There we go. $240 to $250. Right, that's grand. We now go to our next airport. And I had the other one loaded in, but sure, we'll see, right? We'll go down to, what's the default Florence look like? Didn't Gaia do one of these themselves anyway? Didn't they? Like, the question is, do we actually need custom scenery for here? The runway is deceivingly bigger looking than what it is. Right. There now. And now we go exploring. So, like, the layout, the default layout is fine, isn't it? Jesus, look at the setting you have here, look. Beautiful. Like, they're all display thresholds. That's a runway look. Technically. Now, I know we can go beyond that, but still. Jesus. And there's photogrammetry here as well, which looks gorgeous. And if you notice, my FPS is now up to 330. Like, do the maths there. Does anyone understand what in the world is happening? Very interesting. I think the default stuff is fine, isn't it? Because the scenery I have here, it's a 2020 default scenery. Do you know what I mean? And like, if we really wanted this, sure, we can throw in an FBO here. If we wanted to get very fancy, we could. You know what I mean? FPS fit, yeah, it's turn off the FPS. It is working out. It's doing what we want, right? It's going to be evening anyways. It is going to be evening anyways. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our flight from Simbrief. So we know what the weather's doing, and now let's have a look. So our departure out of Luxembourg, we know where we're starting off from. We're going to be parked up somewhere around here, right? And we're expecting runway 24 departure, which is down here. So in terms of pushback and all that jazz, we're not worried about crossing the runway. We're going to be taxiing down Alpha, and then we're out of there. Grand. Now, we need to look at our departure. The XCOS to Romeo departure. Contact Luxembourg radar immediately after takeoff, right? That's for our ATC. So immediately after, it's automatic handover, straight over. We have some speed restrictions, not below 4,700, not below 1,200 or 12,000. And then away we go. Climb on 237 track, turn left direct at or above 6,000 feet. All right, fairly straightforward. Cornwolf, good to see you, bud. Now, our arrival, so we're on the Gatma 1 arrival, runway 5. Do we have an ILS? We do. So we can add in, where are we getting down as far as? Gonga, is it? Gatme. Just call it final, that'll do. Are we the what? ILS Yankee or Zulu? I can never remember. Does it really matter? Considering we're taking the Phenom, ILS Yankee would probably do us, wouldn't it? Right. Let's look at the the arrival. Where are we coming in? Gatme, is it? Yeah, we're coming in from Gatme. So we're coming in from up here. So speed restrictions 250 knots. Between flight level 130, 170. Okay. Speed restriction 230, not below 10,000. And then we're in this way. This is all... This is a bit confusing, isn't it? Isn't this anyone else confused? So we're coming in this way. Hang on, can we draw on this? We can. So we're coming in this way. Then it looks like we go that way. Then this way. And then that way. Isn't that it? No? Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Right, grand. So we're in this way, down that way, and then back up and across. Right. So, speed restriction 250. So we need to be careful of that, especially on a transition. Then it's right down to 210, 190. So maximum speed is going to be 190. Now we can go nice and handy here, lads, right? We can, you know, max 190. That's the maximum, right? Now, so we're on the GAPME. What did we say it was? We're on the, whatchamacallit, the GAPME 1 Alpha. So 250 knots, 170, that's okay. Uphawk. So here's our routing and our restrictions, so they're fine. So we're actually looking at that on the map. That's the way we're going. Coming down the road and across and up. And we just need to be careful of our speeds. I'm happy enough with that. Now, our approach. So we'll be down this neck of the woods. So our initial fix is going to be a TV or U2V, and then in. Now the missed approach, climbing to 4,000 feet until 900, turn right, maximum 160 knots, direct to RQ 508, then continue on a 183 heading to join the Erzek holding. Obstacle clearance provided by missed approach, climb gradient of 2.5 degrees. Fair enough. Missed approach, climb gradient of 3 degrees, required to remain inside controlled airspace while proceeding to the holding pattern. If unable to comply with this gradient, inform ATC and be advised to fly within the airspace classified as Golf. Okay, well, we're well able for a 3 degree. So, fly the climb to 4,000 at 900 feet, swing right all the way down to this fella down here. So we're going to come in this way. If it goes wrong, climb like a devil at 900 feet, hard right, because you've all mountains here in front of you, yeah? And we just hold down the road here. So that's fine. That's very, well, I won't say it's very straightforward, but it is, right? So, worst case scenario, right? We're going to be coming in here now on runway 5. She's going to be looking absolutely grand. We make a complete and utter balls of it. We then climb. Once we get to 900 feet, hard right hand turn, and we climb, and we're going to hold somewhere over here. We're holding somewhere out here. The GAPME 1 Alpha arrival is only to be assigned by ATC. You'd normally plan the 1 Victor. Oh, really? Those tire screeches are my plane moving. Easy now. Okay. So we could plan for the 1 Victor. Let's have a look at the 1 Victor. Okay, not the end of the world. If we're told it's the GAPME 1 Victor, that just flies us a lot closer into the city. Well, it flies us a lot further kind of to the east, and then we come back and around this way. So we can see the way on, so you can see it on the map, lads, yeah? So we currently have, we want this one, but as Malky says, we could get this one. Doesn't really matter which one, to be honest. That's shorter. But either or. So let's change to that, and let's see what our ILS approach is going to be. It doesn't change. All right, so if we're going to go the other one, it's going to look a little bit something like this. We're going to come down the road this way. Then we're going to go down the road that way. Then we come across this way. And then we go back up that way. And then we go in. So that's how the other arrival looks. Which is, again, we're not too worried, right? BA is the 1 Victor. Okay. So if we're going on the 1 Alpha, we follow the green. If we're going on the Victor, we follow the teal. I could probably do that a little bit neater. Green or red. Red would be better to see. So she'll be this. Balls. This. This. Really, Murphy? Really? This. To this. Then this. To there. And then there. Right. That makes it easier to see. For me, anyway. Okay, so if it's the one Victor, it's the red. If it's the one Alpha, it's the green. That's kind of cool. Either or is going to be fine, to be honest. It depends what ATC tell us. We have less speed restrictions. Sorry, we don't. We have the same speed restrictions, but we've more time to react if we're going to do the Victor arrival, right? The gap 1 Victor. And why that might be important, the aircraft I'm flying tonight, the Phenom, we don't have an auto throttle. So this puts me in a little bit more comfort because I have a speed restriction of 210 for ages. If we were to look on the other side, it's 250, 210, 190, and then you're in, right? So pilot preference here. If ATC give us either or, at least we have an idea of what we're doing. And that's why these streams, we do them, lads. It's important because we can have a look at the gadget. Do you know what I mean? So we don't get caught out. And this is the secret to your VATSIM flying. Looking at the routes, looking at what you're trying, you know, what to expect. It just helps, you know. Right, happy enough with that. Are we happy enough with that? No change to the ILS, so the missed approach and all the jazz stays there, right? So that is the Gapma 1 Victor, or we're going to look for the Alpha, which is going to be this guy. So that's the one we want. The other one isn't too bad either, all right? So aircraft works, VATSIM stuff works. Did I connect to VATSIM from here? Do so. Connect. Use. I'm going to see if we get some traffic loading in here now as well. FSLTL will close for the moment. VATSIM radar. I don't think there's anyone down the road here in Florence. No, just our lonely selves. We'll update on the map here now in a minute. So it is just ourselves. It says we're connected. This will update here now in a second, and that'll show us on the map. And then we know everything's working. Yep, there we go. And that's us there. Perfecto. Right, that's working. So the weather, we know the crack with the weather. We're going to be expecting a crosswind with a bit of a headwind component. Our cruising altitude that we're planning, flight level 450. 450, lads. Does that need to be verified with your control, I wonder? Cruise profile MCR, that's okay. Average wind component, interesting. 45,000, right, okay. Flight level 450, that's going to be nice. And then we're in our beautiful, beautiful Phenom. I'm looking forward to this flight, and it's going to be nighttime, so to give us an idea of what the place is going to look like, you know, it'll be something like that. It'll be like this tonight. To give us an idea. Oh God, where's the runway lights? Oh, there they are. Jesus. For a second there now, I was getting a little bit nervous. And we do have Centerway lighting as well. Okay. This will be interesting. Beautiful part of the world though, isn't it? It's only gorgeous. Isn't there photogrammetry here? There is. There should be. That's me playing, jumping around the place. There is photogrammetry. Okay. Right, very good. That's the plan. Lads, I'm going to run away now and grab a bite to eat, grab me lunch, and then we'll be back in action then this evening to go through this flight. All right? How many times is Murph going to do his Italian accent? Can I do an Italian accent? I'll need to work on one, right? I'll work in an Italian accent. I'll end up talking about the Romans or doing Latin or something, right? Jesus, look what happened to that fella. Look at that, look. That was a VATSIM pilot. That was like, disconnect, maybe reconnect? That's kind of wild. Wild, we say. Right. Let's see what the crack is. I speak fluent Italian. Pizza, pasta, spaghetti. Oh, very good, Gibbo. Very good. Dino Baggio, Roberto Baggio. Right? Brilliant. Right, I'm away now. Lads, thanks as ever for tuning in. iniBuilds, absolutely incredible support. 100 gifted subs. Unbelievable support. Thank you very, very much indeed. And yeah, I can't wait for the release of London City for everyone to go and check it out. Right, lads, we're away for a bit and we'll be back later. So until then, take care. You didn't use indicators. Electricity must be expensive in your truck, is it? Christ! Oh no, a terrible accident! Jesus! Did you jump? Oh, I nearly passed out at the laughter. Did you just see what happened? Jesus! That's... Over there. Oh, sweet something, God! Jesus! Look at this big E just... Jesus. There's nothing to see. No. There's nothing to see at all. Coming in. Hilarious. Yeah, we can hear you. Where you can enjoy complimentary deluxe continental breakfast daily with afternoon hors d'oeuvres and a fully stocked OnAir bar. Good up there. Complimentary hot and cold beverages throughout the day. Fairmount Gold combines personalised...
I'm sorry, did you just say hors d'oeuvres?
Hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres. Oh no, I made it